Welcome back to Canada. Today we are at this mountainside Scandinavian chalet that sits right behind a lake. I'm actually looking out at it right now as I'm speaking to you. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Scandinavian design, and this is actually a 3-bedroom home. It's borderline tiny home. I'd probably call it more of a small house, and I really love the layouts and all the personal touches that the hosts left behind for their guests. So without further ado, let's now go and start the full tour. Welcome to this gorgeous Scandinavian cabin. I visited right around Halloween and it was all decorated with pumpkins. There's also this huge bag of firewood near the door. Let's keep moving. This is the back or entry side of the exterior, so let's now go around to the front. And I really love the color scheme on this cabin. The light white and gray colors were definitely a refreshing change from the often black and dark colors that I see on the majority of Airbnbs these days. But if we walk on up, you do have this small grill in one corner near these sliding glass doors. Let's continue on down this large outdoor deck. You do have those two nice Adirondack chairs that face out towards the lake and boast an incredible view, which I'll be getting to very shortly. We'll go to the end of the outdoor deck now, and this will take you to your hot tub. You can probably fit 2 or 3 guests inside of here, and there's a small bench next to it and a privacy wall. And if you look off in the distance, you can see I visited during peak fall foliage, so let's now go and begin to check out the rest of the property. I was lucky to be joined by my Canadian friends David and Eric at this cabin. We were hanging out around the fire pits for a while. This was our go-to spot, and this fire pit is private just to our cabin. And that backdrop is definitely tough to beat. I mean, not only is there the lake, but there's also that mini mountain in the background. This cabin sits on over 20 acres of land, and not only do you have that lake, but there's also a stream and a small network of trails. This is just a short walk away from the cabin, and you can go further into the woods. And there's also this set of swinging chairs right near the lake. Finally, before we start the interior tour, I just have to show off more of the lake in the surrounding area, because this piece of property is a real gem. I mean, just look at this view. It feels like it's straight out of a postcard. Just a 30-second walk away from the cabin is this dock with 2 chairs, and you can see the home there in the top right. Not only do you have that small beach and access for swimming, but there are those stand-up paddleboards and these 2 kayaks. So I'm going to take a kayak out for a spin. I think this is a great way to start off your day with a morning workout, or to go later in the day. I took this shot right around sunset, and the leaves were just popping right when I visited. If you want similar conditions for fall foliage, I visited right around early October, and we are about 30 minutes outside of Quebec City in Canada, or around 3 hours from Montreal, to give you a better idea on the exact location. But we've covered a lot on the exterior, so I'm now finally going to open up this door, and it's time to see what's inside. We'll begin in this first main area. It's an open floor plan with the living room and then the kitchen right behind it. We'll begin in the kitchen, and you have this main wall with everything out in the open and easily accessible, and some nice tasteful decorations. There's also some cool personal touches like a card here and a local discount code for a nearby cafe. Looking up, you can see your glasses and some cooking and cocktail making supplies. But this was a great idea. On this small shelf, you can find a mini store. There are some items like some candles and a lot of maple syrup. I mean, hey, we are in Canada, and you can actually scan this QR code for more information and pricing. And the host left behind a complimentary bottle of maple syrup and a little card, both shown here. Some great personal touches. Right next to the kitchen, you can find your mudroom area. There are a bunch of hangers where you can put your jackets, some benches, storage space, and spots to put your shoes when you first enter the cabin. We'll go to the living room next, and I'm going to start a fire in the wood stove. We saw the firewood that was provided earlier, and there's some great reading material as well, and this comfortable couch. I think any cabin is instantly improved when you have a cozy wood stove, and these guys definitely hit the mark in terms of their interior design. Across the way, we'll go to your dining area next. There are enough seating options and placemats for up to 6 guests total, which is the amount that can stay at this Airbnb. I really love those lighting fixtures though up top, and there are some other neat decorations hanging from the wall right above the table. Last but not least, there is also your smart TV, of course, and there are a bunch of extra blankets down below in this basket because it can definitely get a little chilly in the colder months. We'll exit that space, and I'm now going to head down this hallway and go through the first door on the right. And this will lead us into the one bathroom in this cabin. I really enjoyed the simple design in this room, especially that white subway tile behind the rounded sink and mirror. Right next to all of that, you then have a rack with plenty of towels, and there's also your large walk-in shower. It has one of those rain shower heads and some great water pressure, and all of your shampoo, conditioner, and soap is provided. Further down the hall, I'm going to open up this next door, and this will take us into bedroom number 1 of 3. There is a double bed in this room, I believe, and it had a bit of a boho style to it, especially in terms of the rug and that hanging decoration. There are also shelves on either side of the bed. On the right, there is a small collection of books. On the left, I'm pulling out a bunch of games and other entertainment options. Directly across the hall, we're going to go into this next room, and this is the largest of the 3 bedrooms. I would definitely consider this to be the master bedroom. There's a queen mattress in this one, and I really liked those eye-catching lamps on either side of the bed on top of the nightstands. There's also some hanging plants and a decoration on that wall. In this opposite corner then, there is some more storage space, like some hangers and bins. I think this cabin is really well equipped if you're staying here for longer than a weekend. There's a lot of storage space between this and the mudroom area. For the final spot, we are going to look up towards the loft. There is a steep ladder, so watch your step, but there is a gate here that has some of the branding of this company in case maybe you sleepwalk or if the kids are sleeping up here. And this is your loft. It's definitely one of the most spacious lofts I've seen in a while. A lot of them are incredibly cramped, but you do have a large mattress up here, an air conditioning unit, and even some string lights. There's also some nice pictures and decorations along that wall, and at the other end there is this big pillow that you can actually sit down on and a little chair all the way there at the end. So they really used every square inch of the loft. There's even a little bit of storage space along this opposite wall. This same host also has some smaller Airbnbs like this, more meant for a couple, so stay tuned for another upcoming video touring one of their tiny home units. All booking links are down below though. Thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll see you very soon for another Airbnb tour.